Tell me like a Hellcat.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Before this video starts, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a really fun card trick. It's kind of similar to the one that Matt Franco did on America's Got Talent. It's not quite the same, but it's pretty similar to it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Okay guys, so let's go get straight into this. So what I would first do is I would take the cards and just have the spectator give them a quick riffle shuffle. Okay, so this spectator would take the cards and just go ahead and give them a quick riffle shuffle just like that. Okay, so now the cards are completely shuffled together, and what I'm going to do is try and find, before this trick starts, is two cards to kind of help us out. So I'm going to go with this one, and I'm going to go with this one. So we have two helper cards here, one red and one black. So what I want the spectator to do is I'm going to hand the cards over to them, and I just want them to use their intuition. So I want you to put, if you think the cards are black, I want you to put them here, and if you think the cards are red, I want you to put them here, okay? So again, I'm going to hand the cards over to the spectator. If they wanted me to shuffle beforehand, I could go ahead and give them a quick shuffle just like this, and what I want you to do is just simply, wherever you think the cards belong, put them there. So if they think they're black, they'll put it here, red here, and they would just keep going just like this until they're about halfway down. I tell them to keep going until they're about halfway through the cards, just like this, okay? So about right here, it's fine, we're about halfway down, that's perfect. So about half the cards, and putting them where you think they belong. So now we're going to switch it up. Now black cards are going to go here, and red cards are going to go here. So again, take the remaining cards and just start dealing them wherever you think red or black until you're done. So again, the spectator will be doing this. Keep in mind, I'm not touching the cards, this is the spectator doing this, not me. Just like that. So theoretically, about half the cards here should be black and red, and half the cards here should be black and red if we did this correctly. So right here, these cards should be red and black. So let's move these out of the way for a second just to show you guys. You got it right, indeed, red and black. And over here, these cards should be again red and black, and we can spread out just like this and see you got it pretty much right. Actually, if you look right here, you were one card off, but it's okay. You got pretty close. I mean, red, you did a lot better than a lot of people do. So you're a great magician in this case. But actually, if you notice, I've had the box sitting here the whole time, and I've actually had a little bit of a prediction in this card box. And if you look, it has the 8 of spades, and the card that is sticking out of all these red cards is the 8 of spades. So that was the trick, guys, and now how to do it. Okay guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. So what you're going to need is, you don't really have to have the card box and a duplicate card in this case. A duplicate card came with this deck, so I figured I'd use it. But you could just write down a prediction, like you will mess up this particular card. But in this case, I'm going with the 8 of spades since I have a duplicate, and that's just a cool way to predict the card, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your deck of cards, and you're going to put them in a very particular setup. What you're going to do is the quarter of the cards are going to be red, quarter of them black, quarter of them red, quarter of them black, or vice versa. Black, red, it doesn't really matter, the order, as long as a quarter, 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 quarter. So a quarter of 52 is 13, so 13, 13, 13, 13, okay? You could start out half red, half black, or half black, half red, but you won't be able to do the riffle shuffle part. This is basically the way you do it if you want to be able to do the riffle shuffle part. So we'll get to that in a second. But what you're going to do is you're going to take the card that you want to be indifferent at the end, the card that is going to be in the wrong place at the end, and you're going to put it with the opposite color cards. This is a black card, so it's going to go with in a red card. It doesn't matter which group of red cards it goes in. Just make sure it's in the middle of them. You don't really want it too close to the other black cards, so make sure it's more or less in the middle of these cards, okay? And again, it doesn't matter which pile you put it in. So now you're ready to go with this setup, just like that. And now you're going to take your duplicate card or your prediction. You can just set it over here and say we'll get to it in a little while, or you can put it in the box so they're not really expecting it. I like to put it in the box so they don't really expect a prediction at the end. They think you're done whenever they mess up, but then you have that kicker ending. Again, I like to just kind of keep the prediction off to the side. Or you can have a piece of paper, obviously, it says prediction, you will mess up this card. You can choose any card you want to be the card that messes up. Okay, so now you have your setup, you have your prediction, and the setup deck, and you're ready to begin. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the card, and you say you're going to have the spectator shuffle them, and you're going to spread through, and you're going to look for the halfway point. So where the red cards and these black cards, or red and black, it doesn't really matter. What you're going to do is you're going to find where the halfway mark, so basically 26 and 26, you're going to lay it on the table and instruct the spectator to give it a riffle shuffle, okay? So now the spectator is going to shuffle these cards together, okay? So the spectator just gives them a quick riffle shuffle. And what that has done is it has basically put the cards pretty close to being separated by red and black. Now, in the performance, I did it perfectly. It was perfectly separated red and black. But in this case, you can see I've made a little bit of a mistake, and that's bound to happen. That's going to happen, okay? So as you can see, there's a little bit of black cards mixed in here with the red cards. But I'm going to show you guys how to fix that. So you remember, you have to go through the deck and find a random black card and a random red card. If you happen to get the deck perfect, which I did not, you would go through and find just a random red card and a random black card. But in this case, what you're going to do is you're going to kind of use having to take cards out of the deck to your advantage. So you're going to go ahead and take out a random black card and a random red card, just like this. In this case, go ahead and choose these two that are interlaced together and lay them down. Now I only have one card messed up here, and that's that red card with all these other black cards. So you're going to go ahead, and we'll get back to it in a second. And you're going to go ahead and spread these cards out, or lay them out, and explain what they're doing here. And while you're doing that, you're going to again spread through the cards, and now you see we have this card in the wrong place. There's a million ways you could do this, but what I usually like to do is just call this card. So what I'm going to be doing is taking my 3 fingers, contacting that card, my thumb is going to be on the card above it. These 3 fingers are going to pull that card back and pull this card forward, pull this all the way back, and then close up the deck, making sure you keep this card going to the top. And now that card is now on top, and your cards are now in perfect position, with the exception of your indifferent card, which is going to be your predicted card later in the trick. So now you're going to instruct the spectator, just start laying cards out wherever they want, and it doesn't really matter. Just stop more or less halfway through the card. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lay these face up so you can kind of get an exposed view of what's going on here, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and just have them start dealing cards wherever. And as you can tell, as they go through this top half here, they're going to be right every time with the black ones. They're obviously going to be wrong with the red ones, but it's okay. I'm going to show you guys how to get past that later on. So again, they start laying down cards just like this until they get more or less halfway down, or when they feel halfway down. Notice they're going to probably start laying down red cards too, but once they start laying down red cards, they're only going to be laying down red cards. Now they can stop. Now you're going to switch the cards, okay? So now switch the 2 cards and have them start laying down. Now notice, they're going to be right every time with the red cards here, okay? So you're just going to start laying down just like this until they run out of cards. Okay? So now you've done that. So now the cards, half these cards are black and red, with the exception of that 8 in the middle. We're going to get back to it in a second. And again, half these cards are black and red, okay? But these cards are face down, so they don't see that. So now you're just going to show, okay, look, you're going to flip them over, show all the black cards. Look, all the black cards are, you want basically the top card here, when you spread this way, to be the 5, and that just kind of is a good convincer. And then what you're going to do with this one is you're going to lay this here, and just to kind of give the same illusion, you're going to spread this one the opposite way, just like this. So now the red cards start here and in black, just like this one starts black and ends red, and it gives a good illusion, and it's very fooling, because theoretically, half the cards should be red, half the cards should be black in this case. So this is a pretty believable trick. So now you're going to show, hey, look, you were 1 off, but that's okay. A lot of people miss 1, but check it out. In the box here, I had my prediction, and it was the 8 of spades. And again, you could have this just written on a piece of paper. The cards, you know, you will mess up on so-and-so card or whatever. So it's just completely up to you guys, however you want to do this. You can even have 2 decks set up in the same way and have 2 people do the same thing, and it's just a really good trick. It's whatever you want to do. Very similar to a trick Matt Franco did on America's Got Talent, probably is the same exact trick. So definitely recommend doing this trick, guys. It's really fun to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And really quick, what I'm going to do before I end is I'm going to show you what you can do if you want to go ahead and just set up with the cards separated red and black. So let's go ahead and get right into that. So guys, if you don't really want to do the part where you got to shuffle the cards and then risk not having it perfectly right, and if you don't really know how to color or not very good at coloring cards, or just don't trust yourself fully, or just think it'd be easier to go ahead and start out just red and black, you can definitely do that. So go ahead and take your 8 here and just put it in the middle of the red cards, and again, your prediction will go in the box as usual. And what you're going to do is, instead of doing an overhand shuffle, you yourself, the spectator, is going to just start overhand shuffling the cards normally, okay? You're going to just start overhand shuffling cards normally until you get halfway down, and you're going to just start peeling off one card at a time, just like this, until you start peeling off black cards. Then you can do that again. That's not messing up the order at all. It's still separated from red and black, just like this, as you can tell. It's just where the black cards were on top, now the red cards are on top. And again, it does not matter which color starts off first. So one more time, just overhand shuffle normally. So you get about halfway down, then just start peeling off one card at a time until you get red cards, then just start normally overhand shuffling, just like that. And that does nothing. It looks very good, and the cards colors are completely separated, and you're ready to do the rest of the trick as we just talked about. So guys, that is the trick. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like this trick, don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below what you thought, and with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you later.